Hi, this is Mindless Insanity 602 reporting to you at the Nightmare Central with day number 24's film plural reviews, plural review, whatever you would like to refer to it as. And in this episode we're gonna be doing it technically. Well, this for day number 24. We're doing a follow-up, a little mini director's retrospective with an Italian director, with the one, the only Dario Argento. Now we're going to be talking about the three films included in this little set here. I have seen a few of other Argento's works, and like I think that yeah. It's not It's not Fulci. It's Argento who did that Cuddy Dracula 3D. And yeah, we're only going to be talking about these three films because these are the only three films that I've seen and are very well knowledgeable on. But I've seen some other works, like I think he did Bird with the Crystal. I'm going to pull up a little his IMDb profile, and we'll we'll read a little bit of what Argento has done that I've seen, because this is a mini little thing, this special. Um, he um, he did The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. After that, he did Cabin on Nine Tails, which I have here. Suspiria, I've seen Suspiria. Tenebrae, I have yet to see. Phenomenon. I think if yeah, that's the one with Donald Pleasance and the beautiful Jennifer Connelly opera. I haven't seen that one. I think that that's his iteration of the Phantom of the Opera, like I did before. And overall, the main reason why I'm talking about Argento and Fulci is because I feel like general film audience, that's what I'm mainly here to do, is to share some light on some stuff that people don't really give much credit to because they're too busy with the generic generic um generic 80s slashers like your Michael, like I said before many times. And I feel like these guys bring out more quality films. And yeah, although their films are a bit don't have they're a little bit too hard for a typical American audience to take. So myself included, because they're different, and they're different in a good way. Anyways, we get to Cat of Nine Tails, which, you know, I think that the film is very well made. I think the film looks really good. I have like zero complaints with it. Zero complaints with it. Um, it 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 gets a little bit boring here and there. It gets a little bit boring here and there, but ultimately, I much rather have a quality made. I much rather have a film that I can appreciate on a artistic level than a film that I could appreciate on an entertainment level. Well, and there's a lot of artful things going on in Cat of Nine Tails, and I enjoy the film. Um, when I watched this, for like you know, to get the memory back, to rewatch it to actually be a legit film critic who actually watches the films before he blabbers at the mouth. Because I've seen this like like 2 or 3 times before, and I'll continue to watch it because I appreciate what it's doing. Um, Cat O' Nine Tails is a really good movie. I can't really go into any details because it's a hard one to fully absolve all of the information that's going on in it, absolve all the information to go onto it, to reiterate in a film criticism video like I'm doing now. The Cat O' Nine Tails is a really good movie. Um, Super. Then we get to Deep Red. Deep Red's a little bit more of a coherent film. I have seen there's this particular Blu-ray contains both versions of both cuts of the film. You get the 105 minute American version, which is known as Deep Red, I have seen that. And the American version. The American version is a little bit it's a little it doesn't it isn't as it is still a beautiful movie. It's still a beautiful movie. All three of these movies are really beautiful made, but there's a little bit more attention to detail in the 126-minute Italian version, which goes by Profondo Rosso. And Profondo Rosso, I think translated into American American is Deep Red. Both cuts are very great films. Um, One thing I love about Deep Red, one thing I fucking admire about Deep Red is his fucking music. I think Goblin did the music. I'm pretty sure that Goblin has done like all of Argento's and Fulci's films, all of Argento's and Fulci's films. And I love the main theme of Deep Red. Deep Red has just like an amazing main theme to it. Um, I think Deep Red's theme could potentially be up there with the Halloween 1978 franchise's theme. That's a classic theme. Um, it's a lot more classic with the Halloween theme than the you know repetitive taking shit and repackaging and the theme of the Friday 13th films. Um, I think that both it has a terrific theme to it, and I love it. I love that. I love its theme. This movie has a very artistic look and feel to it. I like the story. I like its cinematography. I like the cinematography to it. I love the story. I actually the version I watched for this the Deep Red viewing of this little for this video was the Italian cut, and I probably will return to Deep Red like a few days from now. Probably will return to all three of these films all from a few days from now because although that they have their shortcomings as most films, although they have their shortcomings like most films, I see my I want to show my I want to watch more of these. I want to watch more of these. I want to explore the giallo, the Italian market. Because most American films, I'm not saying American films are a piece of shit, because there's some good movies. There's some really good movies. Like the next few videos, we're gonna talk about a few of them. But I think the Italian films, Italian horror films, aka giallo films, are overall provide more artistically pleasing films that you can appreciate more on an artistic level than the American films which are just they're fun and all, fun and all. Like Nightmare on Elm Street, I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I like Halloween. Some of the Friday 13th films are decent, but I just find myself more things to appreciate about like Deep Reds. Um, so, anyways, Deep Red has a great theme. I love its little reveal with the mother, and we got some great characters, great characters. One thing I need to comment on is Cat O' Nine Tails has an perfectly fine. It's an Italian film, so I don't know the specifics. I do not know the specifics of like they got American actors or whatever. But I'm more than likely inclined to thinking that they got an English dub for that film. But the Italian cut, because I really have a you know me, I really have a horrible time paying attention to films sometimes. I have a horrible time paying attention sometimes, and 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 I went and choose the English dub for the Profondo Rosso Italian cut of Deep Red, and what I noticed is whoever did the dubbing for that film, did a horrendous job, It went in and out of American and Italian language. I understand. I am a film lover. I'm a film lover, and I want to watch the films I watch. I want to watch them in their most or the most purest of forms. And that's one problem. That's one problem about it, going into foreign markets, going to foreign films, is because because you go to a film, you go to the film, and you're really gonna have a hard time. You're really gonna have a hard time just trying to piece it together, because the uh, because subtitles are okay, they're okay, but the problem is with subtitles is that that's not the most organic way to watch a film. It's not the purest way, and that's one problem. You're gonna have to compromise. You're gonna have to compromise the quality, and in order to get some quality films, you have to compromise a little bit of the purity of seeing it in its most form in order to fully grasp what's going on. So, anyways, yeah, we get Deep Red. Deep Red, I love. I feel really sorry for I forgot the guy. I think it's Rollo, where basically the dude was just minding his own business, We thought that he was gonna murder who he was the murderer of the film the whole time, but he really wasn't. And how he died, unjustifiably so. I feel so fucking sorry for the guy. The guy just, was got dragged to death by on cement, and got fucking his head knocked over and got ran over by a car. Man, that was fucking. I feel sorry for the dude. The dude was innocent, and he got such a poor treatment. And I also love how the murders were taken place, and how they were tackled in Deep Red. That's one thing I love about these films, is that I've just grown tired. I grown tired, and grown tired and ill of the Friday the 13th style of violence in horror films. I've just grown tired of that. It's fun every so often, like there's going to be a Friday 13th next month, like Friday 13th next month, and like I plan to do every Friday 13th, I'm going to marathon the whole franchise on that day because this fucking Friday 13th is something that I gotta do to keep my word to myself. And I'm gonna do that, and they're fun films to watch. But the way that they tackle violence, the way they tackle violence isn't. It's just it gets to the point where I'm trying to relate to these characters. I'm not really interested in over the top creative kills, or in buckets of blood and gore. I think that's pathetic filmmaking. I think it's pathetic. I think the majority of those fucking Friday 13 films are really cheap, lazy slasher films. That's the reason why I kind of like some of them, but that's the reason why I like the Halloween films as slasher films better, because I actually care for the characters, and they aren't, and the kills are tackled with a lot more style. Now they're tackled with a lot more they're tackled with a little bit more of a subtle approach, and I care for these characters. They aren't like, there's just a fucking random character that's just gonna die for no purpose other than to, you know, please, the horror fan base. I'm a part of the horror fan base, but I really can't get behind the Friday 13th angle anymore. It just doesn't really do it for me anymore. Halloween, I grew a little bit more whenever I think about it, I grow more of appreciation for the Halloween films and the Psycho films and even the Nightmare on Elm Street films. But because I like that you care for these characters. You feel sad, you feel sorrow for them when they die. And Friday 13th, I really couldn't give much of a shit because they really don't floor out those characters. And all in all, they just seem like heartless garbage films. And I think that they got the proper dose of shunning in the 80s by the parents, by the studios, and I really don't understand why they even got past part four. Past part four, they should have just left it at four and not continued, because the rest of the films were just dreadful. Um, Halloween, on the other hand, I understand people hate on Halloween Resurrection. I don't give a shit. I love Halloween Resurrection, and I'm like, why the fuck does Friday the 13th get a part 9 with shitty ass Jason Goes to Hell, but Halloween doesn't get official ninth entry when Halloween Resurrection shows a lot more stuff to it? Fucking A. So anyways, we're getting off down that spill. So that's the reason why I appreciate the deep red a little bit more. Then we get to Inferno, which is actually the second time we're talking about actually the third time we're talking about a film called Inferno with the Inferno title, because we talked about Hellraiser Inferno. Actually, both those were filmed back to back, not back to back, but they were, within the same back to back days, vicinity of each other. When we talked about Hellraiser Inferno, and when we talked about the Fulci films. Now we get to Inferno. And Inferno is a great movie. I love its creativity. I love its style. I think that all Inferno is a great film. Great film. I wish that outside the Fulci set, I own two other Fulci films. I wish I had more Argento films in my collection, because I fucking love Dario Argento. Also love Fulci. I'm more partial to Argento. Because his films are a little bit more, shall I say more realistic, and there's a little bit more of a mystery to them. I still love them both. I still love myself some fucking Lucio Fulci. I still love 'em. I love both directors. But I think I'm a little bit more partial to Argento style because these three films don't deal with zombies, ghosts, and other stuff. They are um for the most part realistic. They're a little bit more realistic films, and I appreciate that about a horror films. And anyways, the Blu-ray presentations. I wish that like I said before, I wish that I could get the solo releases with the full covers, as you can see there, because those look like those are some fucking superb damn images that I would have liked to have an individual case for. But the problem is, individually and separately, these films separately are about the same price as this three film set. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm more of a, I'm more of a, I'm more of a budgetary person. I'm more of a budgetary person than I am, a person who would, I want to get more bang for my buck, more bang for my buck. And this three film set's like 25 bucks. But if you get each three of these separately, that would be in their own individual cases. That's like about, let's say, 20, so 50, 20, 75 bucks, 75 bucks. I say that's a little bit ridiculous when I could get them here. It would be nice just to get their own individual cases. Plus, I have spacing issue. I have spacing issues that I have to deal with. So this set will do me this set will do me until until I watch these films. And continually watch them until the case breaks or the disc breaks. When I watch them repeatedly, or due to age, this will do me. I think this is from Blue Underground, which is a favorite company of mine, a favorite Blu-ray company of mine. I love Scream Factory a little bit more. I like the packaging of Scream Factory's titles a little bit more. But I like that they take a little bit, but take more, actually take the time to fully, make terrific transfers of their films, pack them pack them load of extras, and do a great job at, making a package. Those are some fucking three nice fucking artworks. I like the fonts that they use. And all in all, I just am a big fan of Blue Underground's work. There's the backside, and I also like that they are in. Well, one disc is loose, motherfucker. I I like that they're all in three individual discs with their own artworks. Um, I think my favorite artwork would have to go to, uh, disc-wise, would and be Inferno. But on there, I think Deep Red definitely will win. Um, so anyways, I love myself some fucking Dario Argento. Dario, as I am a kind of have a childlike sense of humor, So Dario, like Mario and Luigi or whatever, because I know I have to make those little games like I did with my last video with 8 more days, but whatever. I like making references. Anyways, this has been day number 24 of my 4th annual 31 Days of Horror Film Reviews. And that means that we have completed week three, and that means that we have about a week more of reviews to go. In our 4th annual 31 Days of Horror Film Reviews. And yeah, so I shall see you in a little less than 24 hours, a little less than 24 hours um with day number 25's review, starting our final week of our fourth annual 31 Days of Horror Film Reviews. I've been repeating that a lot. And this is, we've been discussing some Dario Argento films, and yet again, I urge you to just say fuck you, Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees, fuck you, dude, and urge you to drop down that copy of those Friday the 13th films. Some of the Halloween films you could drop down, like the Rob Zombie Halloween films, you could drop down possibly even like 5 or 6 of that. The Nightmare on Elm Street films always, I have like a soft spot for all those films. I love all the Nightmare on Elm Street films, but there's a few entries in Halloween that I don't care for, but Friday 13th, there's some that are just plain simple, whatever. I like elements of them all, but nah, whatever. This has been day number 24, and I shall be back. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and check out some Dario Argento. I think you'll be greatly pleased, and that's pretty much it. Peace.